My eye cream. I don't know what's going on, but my eyes have been so freaking dry lately. We're gonna be bougie today, but on a budget. We're using the Tatcha. This is the Silk Peony Melting Eye Cream. I've never tried it before. This is like literally the tiny little pot, little sample size, because y'all think I can afford Tatcha? But we're gonna take a little bit. I really didn't want to do a get ready with me or a makeup tutorial because my skin is so bad, and it honestly has been one of my biggest insecurities lately. Like, I never try to film without me having makeup on, so like, skin just looks so bad. But then I realized that like your skin isn't everything, and your confidence is like from within, and it's just skin. My skin will get better. It's getting better, honestly. It looks pretty bad, but it is getting better. So I was like, I don't care, I'm gonna film a YouTube video. If they don't like me because my skin, whatever, you can check out other YouTubers who have perfect skin. I really don't care, but I really miss filming makeup tutorials for you guys, so that's what we're doing today. First things first, taking foundation. This is the Etude House Double Lasting Foundation. Did anyone's skin get like 10 shades lighter during quarantine? Because none of my foundations match, and I haven't been this light in so long that I don't really know how to do my makeup. So I've been trying to experiment with new makeup styles, and I keep trying to do like these TikTok makeup and all that stuff. The thing with TikTok's makeup and the people that are on TikTok is I feel like their face shape never looks like mine. They're either not Asian, and the makeup they do, makeup is very universal. Wear whatever the hell you want to wear. But I feel like the people that I follow on TikTok are either not Asian, and the makeup they do looks great on them, but not on me. And then the Asian people that I follow, I don't have exactly the soft girl Asian look naturally to my face. I feel like my face is very sharp, and I don't just naturally have those features that they do. My little sister has those features. I don't. And when I do the same makeup look as them, it just doesn't look quite right. So I'm gonna try to take those makeup trends today and kind of make it fit into my personal face shape. You guys, I need some concealer recommendations because I don't know, I think my skin has been changing lately, and the concealer I recently bought has been burning my under eye circles. For concealer, I'm just taking the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. I want to get on the topic of boys today. I feel like I always talk to you guys about boys, but it's genuinely because when I grew up, I was the oldest in my family, in my intermediate family, and then my bigger household family, like my cousins and stuff, are pretty much all boys. So I was pretty much the only girl growing up that was in our age group. I was the only girl, and growing up I didn't really have anyone to talk to about boys, and I genuinely feel like, and I really wish I did have somebody to talk to about boys, because it would probably have helped me with a lot of boy mistakes that I made in the past. I'm going to take the Wet n Wild. This is their Photo Focusing Translucent Powder, and I'm pretty much just going to take this underneath my eyes. Also, I did a Yes Style haul, a $500 Yes Style haul, and I'm giving away a $100 Yes Style gift card in that video. If you haven't entered, you should definitely enter. I don't think that many people have entered, so you do have a very high chance of winning. I'm just telling you guys these things because low-key, $100 is a lot of money for Korean brand stuff. You can get quite a few items with $100, and I genuinely love Yes Style, which is why I'm promoting it so much. They're not paying me at all to say any of this stuff on my channel. They didn't even pay me for the video. They literally just gifted me a gift card. I'm going to take the Modern Renaissance palette in the shade Warm Taupe from Anastasia and place this into my crease. Okay, onto the topic of boys, and especially your first boyfriend. Leave a comment below if you think I'm right on this or if you think I'm wrong. I would love to hear your thoughts. But I feel like growing up, even from my middle school days till now, and seeing my little sister in high school, I feel like this one rule about boys never changed. I feel like for boys and girls, I feel like a lot of us get into our first relationship in high school or middle school. I'm not talking about your relationships that last like a month. I'm talking about like long-term high school relationships for over like a year. When I think back into those times with me and my friends, I just think like, did we even like those people, or did we just get into our first relationship because society told us that around this age we all need to have our first boyfriend? Like, you always see girls on YouTube, and well, back then it was just YouTube, but I guess now TikTok as well and Twitter talking about their first boyfriends, dating in high school, what it's like to date in high school. And I feel like at that young of an age, we're all very curious about boys and dating, and especially if you live in an Asian household, oh my goodness. I feel like our parents not letting us date just makes us want to date even more. And genuinely, I feel like a lot of us girls who got into our first relationship, and boys who got into our first relationship, never spent the time to really figure out if we genuinely like that person. Because I feel like if you start dating a person for a long time, especially in high school and especially in high school, you kind of just stick around in that relationship, and even if you stop liking that person, you still continue to date them just because you have been dating them. I'm gonna take a small shadow brush and taking the warm taupe shade on the lower lash line as well. But I feel like Tinder and Hinge and just dating apps have been a huge part of our culture, where it's kind of like you can go on multiple dates with multiple men and women without having to kind of be on lockdown to that person. But I feel like when you're in high school and middle school, it's kind of just like, oh, you think I'm pretty, I think you're pretty, let's date and let's talk exclusively, and then kind of forming into a relationship. It's never just like, oh, let me go on a few dates with this person and see if I actually like them. And I think that's where the problem lies. I feel like, one, everybody is too young in high school. I know that our Asian parents tell us that all the time. I mean, we never listen. But genuinely now, as a 22-year-old girl, I can genuinely say when my mom told me that I'm too young to date, she's not wrong. If my mom hears this, I did not say that. You did not hear me say that. I'm going to take this lighter shade right here, and I'm actually going to blend out the crease. But I feel like when we're at the age of like 14 to 17, you barely know who you are as a person. And we all go through so much struggle, and we all don't even know how to deal with our own emotions. And I feel like everyone in high school thought that. Like if you got into a relationship in high school and then you guys broke up and your ex went and dated someone else right after, in your head, you automatically blame the girl and you automatically think the girl stole your guy. And it's like, what can you do to have done better? What can you have done to keep the guy? When in reality, it's not your fault, and it's not the girl's fault either. That guy was just a piece of trash. Like, I feel like we were too young in high school to be dating. I genuinely feel that. By the way, I'm taking the 3CE palette in the palette called Overtake. I took this on my crease, and then I'm taking this shade right now on the lid. I genuinely feel like society puts this image on us that we all need to have a boyfriend in high school. If I could go back, like, yes, the boys did give me a lot of like lessons. I learned a lot of lessons in high school and in college, but I feel like in high school, I wish I just took the time to be a kid. Like, I feel like we all want to grow up so fast and so early, but when in hindsight, like, you don't really have to grow up so freaking fast. And also, when you're dating in high school, you as a girl, you might be mature enough. You think you might be mature enough for that relationship, which granted some of you might be, but I guarantee you the boys are not. Half of the boys I've ever met in high school, when I was in high school, half the boys that I see my sister talking to, I see my cousins talking to in high school, I literally have the mindset of a 12-year-old boy. They might be 18, they might be 17, but their mindset, I don't care how mature you think they are, literally have the mindset of a 12-year-old boy. And I feel like it's such a waste of your time dating 12-year-old boys. Like, you can't blame someone, or you can't say that this girl took my boyfriend, when in reality, you can't take someone can't steal someone away from you if that person didn't want to be taken. For my mascara, I'm going to take the Milk Kush mascara. This is new. I have not tried this yet. This is the McQueen eyeliner, and I'm just going to do a small wing. So for lashes today, we're taking the brand Ione. These are from Dollar Tree. I saw on TikTok that everyone was raving about these and they said it was really good. So this is their eyelash glue and this is their lashes. And I can tell you guys right now, bomb, bomb, bomb. If you have a local Dollar Tree, go get them because they have different types of lashes too, like different sizing. These are the more natural ones. These are their natural light wispies, but they're so freaking bomb and they're only $1. You should go get some. I don't know why everybody has this mindset. I have this mindset as well. When your first boyfriend or your first girlfriend, I feel like everyone always tries to make that shit last and make that shit work, even though it's toxic, even though that relationship needs to end. Everybody always tries to like make that relationship last so much longer than it should be. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when a relationship ends, or when it's ready to end, as a grown adult, you know, like, you kind of know when it's kind of like, I don't want to date you anymore, like, you're a shitty person. But in high school, it's always like, let's get back together, let's make it work. Like, you always think in high school or your first relationship even that you will marry that person. I don't know why, but I'm telling you right now, the chances of you marrying that freaking 16-year-old boy you met in high school are like slim to 0 to none. Yes, there are high school sweethearts, which are very rare, but the actual realization chance of that happening is so slim to none. Wow, these lashes are very natural. They're really cute though. I haven't worn natural lashes in so long, but also, I don't know who needs to hear this. I keep preaching this because I feel like even in college, I was struggling with this concept. And it wasn't really preached as much while I was in college. I feel like this mindset, this concept was more preached during quarantine. But I'm telling you right now, I don't care how old the guy is. He could literally be in his 40s and I will still preach this concept, this freaking quote. If a guy wants to hang out with you, if a guy wants to spend time with you, if he wanted to hang out with you, if he wanted to text you back, he will. Even if they're going to freaking Harvard. I know college apps are in the process, so if you're in high school right now, college apps, you all are really busy with that. But if a guy wanted to see you while he was doing college apps, a guy wanted to see you or wanted to do the extra mile for you, he will. I've had guys who do that for me and they weren't even my boyfriend. They weren't even the guy I was dating. Put it this way, if a guy, I know all of you girls have had guys who have chased after you and you just are not interested. If a guy who chased after you can treat you so well, but the guy you actually like don't treat you as well, that should say something. That should say that the guy you like is not interested in you. The guy you like doesn't want to make the time for you, therefore move on. I feel like I'm so protective in this video, but I just feel like I wish someone told me all these advice. I'm not currently talking to anyone, so this is not like at anyone. I'm just telling you guys some advice that I genuinely, wholeheartedly wish someone would have told me. I'm gonna go in with the VT times BTS. This is the Triple Power Mascara. I actually really enjoy VT's makeup. You guys will see I will be using one of their cream blushes later on. But their makeup works well for me. I like it. This is a mascara. The one is super, super thin, which is what I like because when I coat over my falsies, I don't like to use a very thickening mascara. I like to just use like a, this isn't clumpy. It's very just clean and it just darkens up the lashes a little bit more. I'm also taking this mascara, I'm putting it on the lower lash line. This is truly the only mascara I've tried in a while that works for my lower lash line. I have literally no lashes, so a lot of mascaras are too personally thick for me, but this works well with my lower lash line. And I can build it up too, which is nice. I'm telling you, that you guys, if you have the same skin tone as me or just are Asian and have like a warmish, yellowish, olivey skin tone, the best bronzer that you can possibly buy for your nose. And I don't even like to nose contour that much, but I've been really into it and I'm really picky with the shadow that it creates on my nose because obviously, like, around your face perimeter, it could be a little bit more orangey, it could be a little bit more bronzy, but on your nose, I feel like that has to be a little bit more of like a taupey shade, and I haven't been able to find the perfect one for my nose. The Too Cool Art Class bronzer, freaking amazing, and you can get it on YesStyle. You can use the code ShilaBui for a discount. I think this whole thing is maybe under 15 bucks. It's really cheap and it's really good. A lot of my friends are coming home for break, like Thanksgiving break, winter break, and also I think a lot of people are taking a gap semester. The friends I do have, I really do love y'all like to death. Like, you're some of my favorite people in the entire world and I would probably do anything for you. But the issue is you just flew home on a flight with a bunch of random strangers who probably don't give a F about COVID because they're on a flight, and on top of that, you're hanging out with a bunch of other people, not just me, and I just don't want to get COVID. I have asthma and I can't even find my inhaler. Everyone's really pissed off at me. I could tell. Like, you know when your friends are mad, you can tell. I can tell. I'm gonna use this Laura Mercier highlighter in 01. This used to be one of my favorite highlighters of all time because it's very natural. It's one of those highlighters where it makes you look like you're glowing from within, and I feel like that's what kind of this makeup look is. It's a lot of makeup that I'm wearing, but it's very natural, and it's very, like, not natural, but it doesn't look too heavy. Then I'm going to take this. This is the VT Stay It times BTS. So it's VT times BTS, and this is their Stay It line. If VT wants to send me more of these shade range, please do. I love this blush. I love these blushers. And if you like Glossier, this is so much better. It's basically a cream blush, and for some reason, this looks like a bright neon. I'm going to swatch it for you guys. It looks like this. It looks like a bright neon orange highlighter, but it's actually not. When you blend it out on your skin tone, it's beautiful. It looks so good. It's like the perfect peachy color. I'm going to apply this on the highest points of my temple. I'm not going to bring this down. I'm just going to apply this on the highest points because I really want my face to be lifted, and I forgot to do bronzer and contour, so we're going to do that after this. For bronzer, I'm going to take Benefit's Hoola bronzer. I used to use this all the time in high school and middle school. Wow, I really like this whole eyeshadow look a lot. Do you guys have any Christmas plans? A tradition in my family that has been a tradition for years. My sister and I would always go to Candy Cane Lane. If you don't live in the States, basically Candy Cane Lane is when there's certain neighborhoods in your city. There's multiple different cities. Well, where they block out the entire neighborhood, and that neighborhood itself will be full on decorated out in Christmas lights and Christmas themed, and it's like a huge thing. Like, so many people go on the weekends. It's a full on like whole neighborhood city type of thing. There's so many in my city, and my sister and I always go on to one of those candy cane things every year. We kind of just, what you do is you just basically walk around the neighborhood and look at the lights and take cute pictures and just spend time with your family. These are both, again, from Yes Style. I keep mentioning that, but it is. This is in the blush called The Seam, and RD02, and this is Peripera, and this is their Pure Blush Sunshine Cheek in Dusky Rose. It has the cutest message, but this is what the blushes look like close up, in case you guys are wondering. I'm a very big blush gal. I feel like blush literally can make or break your look. So I'm pretty much just going to take this blush and apply it like this. Blending is key. I hate when people don't blend their blushes. I feel like you should always blend out your blush. Taking the Peripera blush, and it was so cute. It had the message on here that says, "It's okay, you already shine," which is so cute. But I'm going to take a little bit of this blush. But yeah, my favorite holiday movie, I'm putting this just on the apples and blending it up. But my favorite holiday movie is Elf, without a doubt. Every single year I watch that movie. I love that movie. I feel like one of my least favorite movies is Polar Express. I just don't like it. I think it's kind of boring. I think the movie itself is very pretty. The actual art of the movie is so pretty. They definitely did a really good job on the cinematic part. It's so freaking pretty, but the actual storyline is not. I'm not a fan. This is the Peripera lipstick in number 7, and the shade is called Cinnamon Chai Tea. I think I'm going to do a light layer of this in the inner parts of my lips. Then I'm going to take the 3CE Velvet Lip Tint. I finally figured out how to do the gradient lip look, and I think that shit is so pretty. Finally figured it out. I'm going to take the 3CE lip, and I'm gonna go in with the 3CE Velvet Lip Tint in Daffoldil and put it in my inner lips as well.